Well, we have some big news coming in now. Change of guard at Infosys. Vishal Sikka's appointment sparks changes in Infosys. In fact, it's the big news that we're now tracking. Change of guard at Infosys. Vishal Sikka's appointment sparks change in Infosys. Executive Chairman Narayana Murthy and Executive VC Gopal Krishna to step down on the 14th of June. Now, Executive Chairman's office will be dissolved. This is what Infosys states. For more on this, I'm joined by my colleague Arun. Arun, can you give us more information on this?
Right, Nolan. Well, let me just lead you through for the first most important thing. The Infosys stock was up at one point of time close to about 3%. It's up now 2.28% at 3,266 rupees. It's a piece of news that has really cheered the markets. Remember, since the last 48 hours, the Infosys stock has been on a tear with markets expecting some kind of a positive development. Now the cat is out of the bag. We are going to get a new CEO. This CEO will be the first non-promoter CEO. Remember, Infosys has had a tradition of having CEOs who were actually from one of the 7 stars, that is the 7 promoters. They were all the CEOs. Now, what we know, as you rightly pointed out, Vishal Sikka, an ex-SAP. SAP is a German enterprise development software company. He was an ex-CTO of SAP Labs. Now, he stepped down from SAP in 2008. He'll be joining Infosys effective 1st August 2014. He'll be the first non-promoter CEO of Infosys. Vishal Sikka is a graduate of the MS University, Baroda. He's also a PhD holder from Stanford, having specialized in areas like artificial intelligence. In fact, he's also a person who, like many Indians in Silicon Valley, had a hand in startups, with one of his companies called Boda.com being acquired by Peregrine Systems. It was in 2002, actually, that Sikka moved to SAP, the German giant. But he was, unfortunately enough, a victim of the friction between top management on one side from the Americas and the other side from Germany. And in that crossfire, Vishal Sikka was perhaps an unfortunate victim, and he had to step down. Now, this particular development of Vishal Sikka becoming the being formally appointed the CEO, first non-promoted CEO of Infosys, has been cheered by the markets. Remember, it's going to be a very uphill task because since the founder, Narayana Murthy, Narayana Murthy, joined the company, we've seen a string has been in the news for all the wrong reasons. And we also now know that SD Shibulal, the incumbent CEO, will be stepping down as of July end. And Narayana Murthy will be demitting office on June 14th. Now, June 14th is a very important day because that means barely 54 hours before the annual general meeting where all the shareholders will be meeting on Saturday in Bengaluru. The decision to announce a non-promoter CEO has been made by Infosys. A formal press conference is due to be held at 12:30 this afternoon, Nolan.
Right. Now, Arun, what will happen to Narayana Murthy? Will he still be associated with the company?
Well, he will be associated. Remember, Infosys is his baby. It's been more or less now time up as far as the promoters are concerned. That's the reason why they brought in a global headhunting firm. There was a list of names which were being spoken about in media, including former people from Wipro, the arch rival in the city, also being talked of as probable CEOs of Infosys. But now the mantle has fallen on Vishal Sikka. It will be a Herculean task on his part because he will have to not only bring in confidence back among the employees. Remember, there are 1.5 lakh employees of Infosys spread not just across India but across the globe. He will have to boost their morale and also ensure that it is able to get as many as win orders, because of late we've been hearing news about the fact that Infosys has been a little bit tardy. It's an extremely profitable company. It's a $7 billion company, but remember, there are other rivals like Cognizant which are snapping at its heels. In fact, if you look at the league table, Cognizant has pipped Infosys. Cognizant is now India's second largest IT exporter, although technically speaking, Cognizant is not listed in India. But the very fact that Infosys has a strong brand recall, at least in the investing community, means there is an uphill task as far as Vishal Sikka is concerned, Nolan.
Right, Arun. Many thanks for all that. In fact, Infosys has appointed former SAP executive Vishal Sikka as the CEO and MD of the company. He will take over from the 1st of August.